prove himself, as he said, outside his own shores.
Well, he's certainly been always available to do that. Coming to you from Optus in Belrose in Sydney, this World WBC Light Heavyweight Championship bout. There's Don King, he of the electric hair. Don King, of course, is in Marseille to try and influence Tiozzo to sign with him should he beat Australia's Jeff Harding. So always eager to get new men into his stable. There he is, Jeff Harding, the man who stands between Don King and Christopher Tiozzo.
Very nice spread of shoulder, and he's got a deep upper torso, Peter. There's strength in every part of Jeff's body, and that's where I do think that he has the advantage.
27 years of age, Jeff Harding. Giving a little bit away in height in this fight. Exactly the same weights today, 79 kilos, and the fourth defence of his WBC title. Successful with 2, 1 loss, his only loss in a tremendous career.
Manny Hinton has been training him to shorten his blows, Peter, and he spent specific time working Jeff off the ropes and certainly out of corners. And it is probable that we will see a different type of approach to the actual boxing skills from that which we have seen from Jeff previously.
Okay, just about ready to go for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Looking totally relaxed, Jeff Harding. I don't think I've seen him as relaxed. He looks as though he is fined down even a little on what we've seen of him in the past. He's worked very hard for this fight. And there's the great record of Australia's Jeff Harding. 22 combats, as they call them in France, and they certainly are that. 21 victories, 1 loss, the 1 loss to Dennis Andres.
If ever you've seen a boxer ready to defend his championship, it is Jeff, because he's just got his mind focused completely.
There's the words from Richard Steele, and away we go. Maroubra RSL, the Bankstown District Sports Clubs, leagues clubs throughout Sydney, Norths Leagues, St George Leagues, Manly Leagues, Parramatta Leagues, Balmain Leagues, Cronulla Leagues, Thurrool Leagues, all taking this WBC Light Heavyweight Championship bout. Australia's Jeff Harding in the purple shorts, white pipings and dark blue shorts, the midnight blue for Chris Tiozzo, the challenger from France.
At times, Peter, Jeff has been inclined towards just starting cautiously, even slowly, but I'm sure you'll find this will be a different approach this evening, because he's going to take a more positive attitude. He's going to be the aggressor from the beginning.
Tiozzo poking out that long left. Harding, gloves, coming up high. Sometimes his defence has been criticised, but Manny Hinton has worked very hard on Jeff Harding's defence. Good left right over the top from Tiozzo, and Tiozzo will be looking for a good start to get this very parochial French crowd behind him. Left from Harding again, finds its marks. 2 good left leads by Jeff Harding. Tiozzo pokes out the left, but Harding just stepping back a little and taking them on the back sway. He's right over the top. None of those punches, even though the crowd are cheering, found the mark. Left by Tiozzo, right over the top, misses from Tiozzo. The left taken up high by Harding. He pokes out the left. Left again from Tiozzo. None of those lefts, Ray Connolly, finding the mark of Jeff Harding. The right over the top, just a glancing blow, and the left taken on the side of the head by Harding.
I think Tiozzo's right glove is wider of his body than is Harding's. That means that he's got a slightly more open style, and that could be significant as the bout goes on, Peter.
Well, we know Jeff Harding can certainly take a punch. We don't know a great deal about how Tiozzo does. That's a good left from Tiozzo, and good support in round 1 for Christopher Tiozzo. You can hear the cry, good jab from Manny Hinton in the corner of the Australian World Light Heavyweight Championship holder. Left from Harding again. Left underneath from Tiozzo. No effect on Jeff Harding, who walks up to him. Just sorting one another out in round one. 12 3-minute rounds.
Jeff is jabbing well, Peter. He's found his accuracy immediately.
Left, right, over the top. The crowd cheering everything, and obviously that may have an effect on the judges. Jeff Harding's got to win by a clear margin. When you fight away from home, Harding knows that. There's the end of round one. And Ray Connolly, how did you see it?
A fraction to Jeff Harding, I'd say 10-9, Peter. His jabs were certainly more precise. They were more accurate. But Tiozzo did give the impression that he could be a dangerous counter-puncher.
Yeah, he certainly did. He wasn't overawed by it, and he's looking into the eyes of his trainer now, giving him total concentration. And let's just have a look at a replay of some of the action in round one. That's a right over the top, which hit Harding on the left ear.
That's where he did show on a few occasions that he has this capacity to be able to snap back and regain any lost advantage from a lead that might come.
Let's listen in on the corner of Manny Hinton. Your round, said Manny Hinton. Here we go for round two, 12 3-minute rounds. Light heavyweight championship of the world in the WBC. Christophe Tiozzo in the dark blue shorts, the challenger to Australia's own Jeff Harding. Harding, gloves held high, pokes out the left to start round two.
I would suggest, Peter, that no matter who Tiozzo has fought, none of his opponents would have the severity of the left grip to the body that Harding will execute. He hasn't tried it as yet, but when he does, that could be a deciding factor in the bout.
Left-right combination, Harding evading very well. That's a left that's got through from Tiozzo. Throwing plenty of punches early in the bout is Tiozzo. Not overawed by the Australian's reputation, but Jeff Harding just sorting out the challenger. Good left getting through the guard of Tiozzo. Tiozzo appearing to slip a little bit, and they're back in centre ring. Tiozzo taking the initiative again with the left lead.
Jeff will in behind his gloves, Peter. His defence certainly has improved.
That's a left to the body, but Harding on the back move and took it well. Good left-right combination from Jeff Harding. Tiozzo comes back with that bolo tape right over the top, which caught Harding on the left ear in round one.
Jeff has now sharpened his back movement, Peter, so that he's bringing Tiozzo on to an unbalanced delivery of his left jab.
Looking very compact, Jeff Harding, and his defence, as you said, Ray, much improved on his earlier fights.
That's the second good right hand Tiozzo has landed, and a
left
third.
Right from Tiozzo. The crowd roaring on the Frenchman now as Jeff Harding in round two finds himself up against a very worthy opponent in Chris Tiozzo. Tiozzo's left-right combination causing a lot of worry for Harding, and just that extra reach that Tiozzo has is using to great advantage, and the crowd in Marseille out of the Casino de Ville certainly getting behind the Frenchman. Jab and move is the signal from the corner of Christopher Tiozzo. Harding in close now, working away to the body area.
That's where he excels.
Left, right over the top from Tiozzo. A little bit of a welling coming over the right eye of Jeff Harding.
Keep your punches up.
Keep your punches up, says Richard Steele, the referee. Tiozzo poking out that left. Can he keep going for 12 rounds? We know Harding can. Left, right over the top was a good punch from Chris Tiozzo. The left missing. Left at the end of the round from Jeff Harding. Very interesting round, and Tiozzo in round two. Listen to the applause from the crowd in Marseille. Jeff Harding knows he's in a real battle against Chris Tiozzo.
I still think, Peter, that Jeff did sufficient to take an edge in the round, because he kept coming back each time Tiozzo was able to land. Now there's, it seems, a cut on the eyelid. Yes, you can see the slight gash there.
Eddie Aliano, the cut man, working overtime in the corner. I've got to probably disagree with you, Ray. I thought that was a round to Tiozzo. Looking at that right, which obviously did the damage to the left eye of Jeff Harding. They appear very confident in that corner now. Let's listen into Tiozzo's corner.
Jab him and walk him. Be smart.
Jab him and walk him. Be smart.
Let's go, second. Let's go.
Round 3 coming up. Jeff Harding, knowing now that he's got a real contest on his hands in the southern French port of Marseille. Tough city, tough fight. WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Hope you're enjoying the action in your favourite club or hotel around Australia.
Tiozzo probably is reminiscent of Dave Vedder, the American, whom Jeff outpointed in perhaps his best technical contest in December of 1990.
So far in this fight, in the opening 2 rounds, Tiozzo has been the aggressor. Jeff Harding, in an unaccustomed role for him, has been more on the back move than we normally see him. And right at this moment, he appears to just be a little bit perplexed by the style of the Frenchman, the long left lead and that right looping right over the top. But Harding starting to try and work out the challenger, and indeed himself now poking out that left, trying to catch the lead from Tiozzo, who has been the aggressor in the opening 2 rounds. That's a tired looking right for so early in the fight from Tiozzo, which sailed over the top of Harding's head. As I said early in the fight, we know Jeff Harding goes a strong 12. We don't know if Tiozzo does, but you don't get to a world WBC light heavyweight title if you can't, and of course he has held the WBA super middleweight championship of the world.
Jeff is now starting to move into combinations, Peter, and also he's varying his work, and he's certainly coming on very strongly in this, the 3rd round.
Must be a bit of a worry over that slight cut over the right eye for Jeff Harding, because he has a bad record with cuts.
He did cut in the 1st round when he won the title from Andres, and yet he was able to survive that and go on and win. And I do think that he's become used to, if there is such a thing in boxing, to battling with cuts.
Good left-right there from Harding. Good right over the top of Tiozzo's left lead too from Jeff Harding. Just starting to find the mark with his punches, and a bit more anxiety. Oh, and he turned sideways there. A slip from Jeff Harding, a wry smile from the world champion. And Jeff Harding at this moment battling to retain his WBC World Heavyweight title. Good right by Harding. Short, crisp right to the chin there of Tiozzo. Harding starting to stand up and fight against Tiozzo. Just changing his style a little bit from the early rounds. Blood trickling out of the nose too of Jeff Harding. So a little bit of Aussie claret there in the ring in Marseille.
When Jeff lost his balance, Peter, it confirmed what had appeared earlier. Tiozzo slipped a couple of times. The ring canvas might itself be slippery.
Left and right by Tiozzo there, trying to get through that guard of Jeff Harding. Harding relentlessly walking up now, walking through the punches of Tiozzo. There's the end of round 3. A much better round for the Australian champion, but certainly no fancy margin in either round, Ray Connolly.
No, it had to be 10-9 Harding, Peter. The one hope that Tiozzo seems to have is his right hand. He's a nice boxer, but I don't think that he can match the power of Jeff.
Okay, early in the fight, round 3. Let's listen into the corners.
There you go. Just keep jabbing. I don't want you gambling yet. You're busting him up. He's caught. You're hurting the guy. But do it right. Be smart. Stay smart. Stick with the jab. Jab, 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 walk. Jab, 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 walk. Don't gamble yet. Move your head. You're going to knock him out. Move your head. Move your head. Just jab. You're beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful.
There's nothing wrong with you. No, I just... I'll fight this guy, you hear? You're going to fight him with that jab. Okay? Do it, jab. Come on.
Get that jab in there, son. Keep it in.
A lot of advice to both boxers that you expect in such a contest. The Frenchman's corner suggesting they can knock Harding out, but to wait. And Jeff Harding's corner just saying that he's got to get his jab going. I thought that was a better round for Jeff Harding. This is a real contest. We didn't expect anything else, and we've got a rumble in Marseille right at this moment. Jeff Harding of Australia out for round 4 against the challenger, and a worthy one in Chris Tiozzo. Tiozzo, a round arm left there to the body area of Jeff Harding. Harding really did shorten up the Frenchman with a left-right combination in round 3. We're into round 4 of this 12-round contest. 3 minutes for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Coming to you out of Optus Satellite Centre in Belrose in Sydney. And to you clubs and hotels taking the fight around the nation, we welcome you to our service of this WBC World Heavyweight fight. Classic Promotions, Bill Morty's Classic Promotions, bringing you the big event today.
Jeff seems to be in control of the pace, Peter. He's starting now to just slip the acceleration slightly, but probably going into the 6th round, he will be then at full throttle. He's now moving up. This is his natural style. He seems much more comfortable and he'll work away in close effectively, and that's where Tiozzo will feel his strength.
Jeff Harding right through the guard there of Tiozzo. Lefts and rights from Tiozzo. They're just hitting the arms and gloves of Jeff Harding, not point-scoring punches from the challenger. Both boxers appear to be slipping a little on the ring surface. Harding moving in closer now. It's a good right again from Tiozzo, and Christopher Tiozzo getting through the defence of Jeff Harding. Raining blows on the Australian champion. Harding shortens him up with a left. Harding continuing to walk ahead through the punches of Tiozzo, and the question's got to be asked as to the punching power of Tiozzo. He's had 29 wins from 30 bouts, 21 by KO, so he can certainly win a fight with a KO, but whether or not he's fought a boxer with a toughness and the chin that Jeff Harding, and we know he's got it following his absolutely monumental battles against Dennis Andres. Harding can walk through punches.
And you'd never forget that right-hand delivery of Tom Collins.
You certainly wouldn't, and he got up from that. So it's Tiozzo having a good round 4 against the Australian. Jeff Harding. Harding poking out that left, just weaving now. That's a good left lead from Harding, taking the initiative, and he's got to do that in this fight. Referee Richard Steele hasn't had a lot to do in this fight. Both boxers moving clearly to his commands. No pushing, he just warns Tiozzo, who comes in with a right lead, but Harding walks right through it. The right again from Tiozzo. The lefts, fairly pancakey types of punches there from Christopher Tiozzo. Round 4 is over, and Jeff Harding probably just about equal or a little behind in your eyes, Ray Conley.
Well, I'd have to split that round, Peter, because there was some very good right-hand blows from Tiozzo, but Jeff keeps coming back. Some of his work in comparison to Tiozzo is unobtrusive. He seems to be the one that's doing the more flashy work, but Harding is doing the genuine work. You'll see that Tiozzo, he's swelling and bruising under the left eye now.
There was a right there. Harding never flinched. It hit him on the chin, and there's good defence from Harding with that right hand, but eventually, after 3 punches, Tiozzo got one through, but Harding never budged. So the best that, there's the right again. That's a good punch from Tiozzo. Really telegraphing it. Harding used that right hand to defend 2 earlier blows, but couldn't defend against the 3rd one. So the trifecta of rights from Tiozzo, the last one landed. We're into round 5 of this 12-round contest, and it's a real war. No backing off from either fighter in the opening 4 rounds.
He's stylish, Tiozzo, but his confidence might be deflated, Peter, because he's landed certainly some telling right hands, and yet Harding hasn't more than winced, so that he must start to think, well, he has got an immovable object in front of him, and because of his style of boxing, Harding is going to just keep on charging through.
Comments from one of the most respected men in Australian boxing, the Lord of the Ring, Ray Conley. Right, good punch again from Tiozzo. It's been a great scoring punch for him in this fight. He telegraphs it from way back, but he has been getting through that left-hand side defence of Jeff Harding. Harding moving up now.
Beneath Jeff's left eye, Peter, there's a slight swelling. That would be as a result of those right hands.
He has fought, as you've said, Ray, many times with a lot of difficulty in fights with cuts and swelling of eyes, and we can remember very much his epic battles with Dennis Andres. So Jeff Harding, knowing now in round 5 what a tough contest he has ahead of him. Left lead from Jeff Harding, fails to find the mark. both boxers appearing to have a little bit of a breather in this 5th round.
A few seconds ago, Peter, Tiozzo led with his right hand. It was almost a lackadaisical blow, and I think that was negative, that he should lead with the right hand at that point. Maybe he's starting to feel now that Harding is coming on strongly.
Well, he's not up on his toes anymore, Ray. He's back on the balls of his feet. He's not bouncing around like he was earlier in the fight. And obviously, Harding, although he has copped plenty, he's still given the Frenchman enough to go on with, and knowing that Harding is going to keep going. Good left leads now by Harding. Tiozzo, a lot of sting appears to have gone out of his punches in the early stages of round 5, and there's some support for Harding from his corner. Good left from Jeff Harding, now working on the body area, which he's neglected in the opening 4 rounds of this fight. In round 5, Harding switching his attack somewhat to the body. There's a right from Tiozzo sailing over the right shoulder of Harding. So while Harding has received many blows, he has deflected many too, and his defence much better than we saw earlier in his career.
Tiozzo's right hand is not as straight as it was. You'll see
not,
him.
and it's not coming from as far back either, Ray.
No, it's definitely a crooked arm blow. He's losing a lot of his power.
Standing in centre ring now, and that will suit Jeff Harding if it turns into a centre ring rumble. He loves it. Tough and resolute, and at the moment, not much between Christopher Tiozzo and Australia's Jeff Harding. We're into the second half of round 5. There it is now at the end of round 5, and a better round for Jeff Harding, and the signs there that Tiozzo is tiring Ray Conley.
It has to be a 10-9 round for Jeff. We're trying to look at this naturally, objectively, Peter, but Jeff is impressive thus far. He has probably taken the best attacks that Tiozzo can muster, and he now, going into the 6th round, nearly halfway there, will take advantage.
Let's listen to the corner now.
Minor cuts. The other one. Put your arm down. Breathe. Just breathe.
Water. Listen, you're winning. Be smart. Be smart. Faint. Walk away.
Try it. Come on now. Give it to him. Yeah. Don't stop. Now go. Yeah. Come on. Okay.
Suck him in, mate. Get your wing.
That's my eyes. Good? No, nothing wrong with that. Come on. Get straight on him with that left hand. Keep your hands up. And only punch when you can.
Okay, there it is, Manny Hinton just psyching Jeff Harding up. Harding asking Hinton how his eyes were, so he's obviously worried about those minor cuts that the corner was talking about. We're into round 6. Jeff Harding versus Christopher Tiozzo, and a much more confident Australian corner there, Jeff Harding's corner, and they're telling him to go after Tiozzo now, and a much more buoyant Manny Hinton and Jeff Harding in the corner after that round 5, Ray Conley. We're in round 6.
It was fascinating, Peter, to see that Jeff was so much concentrated that the whole world just centres on that ring in Marseille, and he's got the spirit, he's got the determination that his championship won't be taken off him, and he is definitely going to come on very strongly from here. Tiozzo is starting to spread his legs, which is indicative of fatigue, and he's going to lose a little balance and certainly punching effect, because he won't be able to pivot as strongly as with a more closed stance.
Good left from Tiozzo, great crisp left there from Harding. Harding growing in confidence now. Round 6 of this contest, nearing the halfway mark. Good left-right combination from Tiozzo. That right gets through the defence of Harding. So a worthy contestant and challenger is Tiozzo in his own backyard of Marseille, in the Palais de Sports in Marseille, in the Casino de Ville.
You notice too, Peter, that Jeff is not swinging his blows. He's got a more direct, accurate line.
Left underneath from Jeff Harding. The left misses, the tired-looking left from Tiozzo. Just poking the left out now, trying to keep Harding at bay. And the shoulder not behind that left lead now, as it was in the opening couple of rounds for Chris Tiozzo. Doubts about Tiozzo's fitness because of the postponement of their first encounter, which didn't take place. And of course, they're finally in the ring now, and nearing the halfway mark of this 12-round contest. Harding very centred on what he's got to do.
Tiozzo's only scrambling, Peter.
He certainly is. The sting has gone out of his punches, where Harding still hitting with power. Tiozzo right over the top, but most of those rights are missing now from Tiozzo. Left from Harding. That right finds its mark, though, from Tiozzo. Good crisp punch from Tiozzo. Left, right. So the Frenchman a bit left in the tank yet. Gangly customer. 6'1.5" an inch. Jeff Harding, of course, plenty of height on his side as well. Harding very, very fit. Tiozzo coming at him now. 15 seconds comes the call from Harding. Harding's corner, but this is a good round for Tiozzo. Christopher Tiozzo coming back strongly in round 6. The crowd roaring him on. He looks tired, but he's throwing plenty of blows, and many of them finding the mark. A good round for Tiozzo, and listen to the fans at the Palais des Sports in Marseille support the challenger. Great round, Tiozzo.
Yes, but I'd still have to split it, Peter, because he came on strongly in the last minute. But in the first 2 minutes, Jeff's work was definitely positive.
Let's listen in on the Frenchman's corner. He's also got a cut over the left eye. And almost in the exact spot that Jeff Harding had.
Do if it kills you, you're going to win this fight easy. You keep jabbing. Jab, you're beautiful. Jab, you're beautiful. Jab, feint, walk away.
Let me work, let me work.
When you've done your work, you've got to move your head.
Sit.
Once you've hit him a few punches, don't let him hit you back.
Good punches getting through there from Tiozzo. You made it a 10 all round, did you?
Yes, I did, Peter.
Okay, I just favour Tiozzo in that one, so we've just got a couple of differences. Very close fight, this one, as we go now into round 7. We're into the halfway mark, over the halfway mark of the fight now. Christopher Tiozzo and Jeff Harding.
The next 2 rounds will be vital, Peter. Those right hands in the previous round have regained some of Tiozzo's confidence, but he's got to support that with good boxing and just wait for the open target.
Tiozzo, although looking decidedly tired, he still is throwing plenty of blows. Not the venom in them that was there early. Harding poking out the left. Left again from Jeff Harding, trying to take the initiative now in the second half of the fight. We're into round 7, into the championship end of the fight. 12 3-minute rounds out of Marseille. Australia's Jeff Harding in his 4th title defence of his WBC World Championship.
Tiozzo is complimenting the reputation that French boxers have had down through the years for
very
bravery and ruggedness.
Punching it out.
Very clever and very, very cunning challenger is Christopher Tiozzo. Left, right from Tiozzo, but Harding putting those hands up high now. Respect for the challenger. Throwing plenty of blows as Tiozzo, but none so far in this round really found the mark. Great support for Tiozzo, and you'd expect that. Very vocal French crowd. His head goes back a little there. There's a good crisp left, and another good left from Jeff Harding finds its mark. Better round for Harding as he pursues the challenger. Taking the initiative now, Jeff Harding. Still up on his toes. Very fit competitor, Harding. Left and right from Harding now as he tries to assume control. The champion, Jeff Harding of Australia. Left, right from Harding. Back goes the head of Tiozzo, but he's brave, the Frenchman. Throws a left-right combination at Jeff Harding. Harding moving in now. Good lefts from Harding. Crisp punches. Tiozzo right tries to get through, but just finds the glove area of Harding. Better round for Jeff Harding. Good left from Harding in round 7. Right from Tiozzo, a short one. Didn't find the mark. The lefts now. Blood all over the face of Harding now from that left cut. Referee Richard Steele having a close look at it as he circles the 2 boxers.
That means Jeff's cut on both eyes, Peter.
Yeah, he is cut on both eyes now. So a battered looking Jeff Harding at the moment. And those eyes must be causing worry now to the Harding camp. Eddie Aliano will have to work overtime in between this round and round 8. Good left and right now. And that's the end of round 7. And a vital bit of work to go on now from Eddie Aliano. There is Christopher Tiozzo, still relatively unmarked. And if you look at the faces of both fighters, Ray Conley, that man is certainly coming on the better.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that each has excellent recuperation. So they've had a perfect conditioning for the contest. But this 8th round, this could be the one that would decide as to the edge.
Let's have a look at some of the action from round 7. Good left from Harding, the right just missing the mark from Tiozzo, but he follows it up and he doesn't mind where he puts his head. And there's a great right by Tiozzo, but Harding resolutely comes straight back. Let's listen in on the corner. That left eye shutting up a bit.
Quick, water? No, that stuff you put on him. Right, stick it. All right, come on, Jeff. You'll be right. Don't worry about it. Get out and get that jet going.
He's still very alert, Peter, Jeff.
Yes, he is. They put something and it went into his eye, and he told him in no uncertain manner to get rid of it. Here we go in round 8. Chris Tiozzo in the midnight blue shorts, Jeff Harding in the purple and white, and the Australian with a bit of work to do, Ray Conley. This is a real challenge from the Frenchman. Good left leads now by Harding, and support from his corner and the small contingent of Aussies there in the Palais de Sports in Marseille.
I'd expect
good left to the nose area of Tiozzo.
To pressure this round.
Well, he's got to start making his run from here. Round 8. Jeff Harding of Australia. A real battle on his hands against the Frenchman, Chris Tiozzo. Back goes the head of Tiozzo, but he leads with the left. Harding, a good sharp right there to that right eye.
Oh, left hook.
Down goes Harding, down goes the Frenchman. A beautiful, crisp left hook from Jeff Harding. A right and left combination. Richard Steele putting the count on Tiozzo. Oh, he's in Disneyland. There is a French version of Disneyland in France now, and Tiozzo is right there at this moment. A beautiful crisp left from Harding, put him down. The Australian after him down and stopped the fight in round 8. Jeff Harding retains the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Christopher Tiozzo, brave and bold, but when it came down to the nitty-gritty, that man, Jeff Harding, had too much for the Frenchman. A magnificent left-right combination from Harding. The left did the damage, Ray Conley. A beautiful, crisp, short left jab.
He had been left hooking from about the 4th round effectively, Peter, and the resistance of Tiozzo, even though he was coming back into the contest, it was almost nullified because the attack was so constant from Jeff, and we knew that he would come on from the 6th round.
Left hook, a short, sharp left hook from Jeff Harding, and well, I can tell you, we're very excited here at Optus in Belrose in Sydney, and I'm sure you are in your favourite club or cub. There he is, Jeff Harding. Jeff Harding, a small contingent of Australians there with him. There he is. Good on you, Jeffrey. Magnificent performance by the Australian champion, retaining his World WBC Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's have a look at the damaging blow from Jeff Harding. Down goes Tiozzo. Harding, oh, magnificent left. It hit him right on the chin.
Opened him up with that right hand.
He opened him with the right and he belted him with the left. It was a magnificent punch, Ray Conley.
Yes, and you can see that Tiozzo is still somewhat stunned, Peter, but Jeff Harding has proven that he's got what Bobby Ches said, the hardest chin in the world.
Well, the hardest chin in the world. He took plenty. He actually took a right from Tiozzo, and that right, which was Tiozzo's best punch, proved to be his downfall because it opened up the avenue. The left-hand side of the face of Christopher Tiozzo, and a magnificent left hook from Jeff Harding. And I can assure you that Bill Morty from Classic Promotions jumped 12 foot in the air. There's Harding, battered. He really cops plenty to get in a position to win a fight, Ray Conley. From the overhead angle, there's the right from Harding. I thought it put Tiozzo back a little bit. Now Tiozzo drops his guard. Say goodnight, Dick. There he goes, straight to the canvas. And in plenty of bother. And Jeff Harding still wincing from whatever that solution was they put into his face. But Ray Conley, another great performance from Jeff Harding. He took plenty from Tiozzo, but as you were saying, very confidently during the fight, he copped the best that Tiozzo could give, and there is the scene as the security form a circle around Jeff Harding. A marvellous performance.
A perfect example, Peter, of the difference between a natural light heavyweight and a boosted super middleweight. He just couldn't withhold the continuing strength that was coming from Harding, and there is no doubt that he is one of the most exciting boxers any weight division in the world, and it is amazing that he is not accepted in Australia as he should be, because he has everything to offer in terms of drama and excitement, and there is no braver boxer any division in the world.
No, there's certainly not. You can't knock Jeff Harding's bravery, his courage, and I've got to say his much improved defence. Even though he copped plenty in this bout, he was always feeling confident that he could take out Tiozzo in the second half of the fight, and he did.
Good boxer, Tiozzo, a good fighter.
Here's the official announcement. There's the WBC belt, still around Jeff Harding. Magnificent performance.
And you must pay him the compliment, Peter, that he learned from his loss to Dennis Andres, that he would never allow himself to in any way be loose in his preparation. And he's going to be better because of what occurred on that night.